Joe Hill's short story was interesting to me because it combined a serial killer story with a ghost story, which I'd never seen done before. But I also thought it was an interesting opportunity to make a scary horror film that still had a lot of empathy and heart and almost inspiration because it's a true coming-of-age story. And when I thought about combining that with my own memories of growing up in North Denver in 1978, I thought there was an interesting film to be made, and that's how this movie came about. The supernatural, certainly in the films that I've made, works in conjunction with grounded realism. You know, the more grounded and realistic a movie feels, the more powerful the supernatural is when you start to slide it in. And I think the idea of this phone that is ultimately a conduit to the dead, to speaking with the dead, is really interesting. That all goes back to Joe's short story also. And I think there's something about integrating the paranormal, the supernatural, the horrific, with the ordinary, everyday elements of life that's also particularly scary. You know, there's something about it being about a simple black phone being a vehicle to speak to the dead that's inherently chilling. After we wrapped the movie, my house, the house I had lived in for years, burned down in a Southern California fire in 2018. So I'd been living in an apartment. I lived in an apartment while I shot The Black Phone. And when I got home, I bought a house for the first time in years. And my first night staying there, I was in the living room and a phone rang in the basement. It's a very dark, dank, dirt floor basement. And I was upset, obviously, but I, went down with a flashlight and there was a black phone on the wall that was ringing. And I went and answered it, and it was Jason Blum. And that guy managed to get somebody to install a black phone in my basement without me knowing it, and then called me on it. And he has it set to where if I just pick the phone up, it just automatically dials his cell phone. So it's still there. I kept it.